second down the middle. And for the Nets, Luwawu is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. Now, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Now here's Walker. Now Tatum. Jordan with the rebound.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Outside, Walker. The pass to Brown. There's the triple. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of throwing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they performed. And it paid off.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And the floor awareness of Walker impressive there as he got the ball to the open man.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Irving against Walker. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Harris finds Jordan. On its way from Irving for 2. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Walker dishes to Brown. Good D by Jordan.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Shot's good by Walker.
And Walker always shot ready. This is why you can't lay off of him, especially when the ball's going towards him.
Irving passes to Harden. Jordan, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there, going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Now here's Tice. His last outing with 20 points. And Walker kicks to Brown. Passes to Tice. A rebound by the Nets. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And checking out some numbers for Kemba Walker. Great showing for him last season. Putting up about 25 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Now, here is Irving. 5 points in the game. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Walker, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Walker's got 7. Nets leading by 4. Irving dishes to Jordan. Harris trying to get free. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Irving. And that's now 6 points for DeAndre Jordan.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
Here's Irving. Kemba Walker making his last shot. A nice shot by Harris.
Most think of him as a deep shooter, and that's accurate, but Harris is also not shy about doing damage closer to the rim.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And that one falls for Walker. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And so he makes both from the line.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
On the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. Last season, he played outstanding. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish. Always had his head up, looking for the open man. Here's Luwawu. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Irving against Walker. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 7 points.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
And it's blocked. And they get it back. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. 6-point lead. And the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Walker surveying the floor. Brown, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is Irving. He has 7. misses in close.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Walker's shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Harris, and it's blocked by Brown. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Harden outside, over Smart, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And here's Irving. He's got 7. Harris with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Harris passes to Jordan. Count the basket. Jordan's got 10 points in the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now, here's Brown. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Well, they've got to take a stand and commit to controlling their defensive backboard. These second chance buckets are killing them.
Smart against Harden. Here's Walker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 17 points in the game.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Here's Tatum following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Tice kicks to Walker. Pass to Brown. 3-pointer. The rebound by Harden.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, one thing you've got to know about Kemba Walker is that this guy can go off at any time. A dynamic scorer that also possesses the killer instinct. And when he gets it going, watch out. It can snowball into a dominating performance.
First one falls. And for Walker, who stayed 3 years at UConn, Clark, he just keeps getting better on the offensive end.
Boy, Kemba Walker is one of the most dynamic little guys we've had in the league in its history. I mean, his ability to score from outside and inside, really hard to match and quite special. He's the type of player who always is surprising you on the upside.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
You know, for somebody who's not the biggest or strongest guy out there, Walker is not afraid to get it done inside. A lot of times he gets to the line because he's fearless in attacking the paint.
He makes the first.
And, you know, the pure combination of speed and confidence makes Walker a great talent. He feels like he can go toe-to-toe against anybody and never backs up.
And so Walker nails both of them.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Celtics trail by 10. Here's Tatum. Out to Thompson. It's Brown on the wing. Over Harris, and the lead is down inside single digits.
I like the confidence and the assurance that Brown is taking these shots with. I mean, his mid-range game is actually on point.
Harden the pass to Luau, and that one is good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Brooklyn shooting their first foul shot of the night. Here's Walker. 21 points in the game. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside Tatum. Smart on the wing. On the wing, Brown. Pass to Thompson. Over Harris. Thompson misses. And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Luau is out there with Harris. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks. Brown wide open. He fires. Off target with his three. Brooklyn leading by 11. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Teague against Dinwiddie. Here's Irving. Great D that time from Tatum. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Kept alive. And it's denied. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Second chance effort, and he connects with the jumper. Tatum's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead early. Here's the pass to Claxton to the left side wing. Dinwiddie passes to Luwawu. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Luwawu's got 9.
Hey, the unselfishness there by Dinwiddie, you love it. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge. A gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Here's Wanamaker following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Outside Teague, pocket 6. Over Irving. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Teague.
Excellent, outstanding control in the pick and roll. Teague knows how to pick apart a defense when he's operating with the ball in his hands there.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Teague against Irving. Teague dishes to Thompson. Back to Teague. Over Irving. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Jeff Teague.
You know, looking to shoot it as much as possible. Teague is excellent at capitalizing from the mid-range area of the floor.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 13. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Here's Claxton. And the 3 off target. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Second, so he makes them both. Here's Irving, 13 points in the game. Passes it to Claxton. Dinwiddie outside. Unloads from 13. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. He was all alone on that one. And it's 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
Boy, there's a lot to like about the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's taking full advantage of it in a heartbeat.
Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Inside, here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
It's Brown with the drive. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets leading by 7. Outside Irving. For the 3. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
Now here's Teague. Back to Tatum. Just 3 to shoot. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. And he gets the bucket. Thompson's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now here is Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. Irving for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got 18 points in the game.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Teague. Plays it up and banks it in. He has 6.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Irving against Teague. Irving kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Now here's Thompson. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Wanamaker. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Dinwiddie. Great D that time from Tatum.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
At the elbow, it's Brown. Tatum finds Brown. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Luwawu. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, 2nd-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Now Irving, after Jason Tatum missed on that last 3-pointer.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Out to the right wing. Here's Wanamaker. Hits the 3-point bomb. Wanamaker's got 5 points so far.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense had overcommitted and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
That free throw, no good. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot, and James Harden subbed in for Dinwiddie. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Jeff Teague. He doesn't get the second one. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And the Nets making a change here. Sampson's checked in. That one drops. He ties it up.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Here's Tatum, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. You know, Greg, defense are given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
A pull-up. Tries again. And the layup good by Brown. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Temple has checked in for the Nets. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. James Harden is second.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
1:52 left to play here in the second quarter. Nets passing it around. Jordan with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Sampson. They can't stop the run with that one.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Kemba Walker. Jordan, the pass to Harden. Over Smart. And the Nets miss again. Boston leading by 5. Tatum kicks to Walker. The dish to Brown. On the clock. Tops it in the posts. Guarded by Jordan. Pass to Brown. Second shot opportunity. The shot will not fall. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
To the inside. Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 18. Outside Jordan. Pass to Harden. Shoots over Walker. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. We saw Kemba Walker lighting it up in the first half. He had 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Celtics, Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Tice in at center. Now here is Harris. Goes back up. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from DeAndre Jordan.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Tice with the ball. The pass to Walker. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard, or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions, but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
First free throw is good. Hits them both. Now Harden. Outside Irving. Back to Harden. Jordan the pass to Luau. Five to shoot. Outside Irving. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Tatum finds Walker. Now here's Smart, guarded by Harris. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Harden outside. Outside Jordan. Back to Harden. That's tipped.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Irving. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Harris kicks to Harden. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Harden. Celtics leading by 5. Here's Brown. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
A big dunk at the end of the break.
And when Irving is feeling it, he's untouchable. A prime-time scorer who can spot up as well as create for himself.
Smart passes to Tatum. Here's Tice. Brown finds Tice. Nice ball movement by Boston. Passes it to Walker. A 3-ball. Brooklyn with the rebound. Luwalu's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Irving. And he banks in the layup. Now just a 1-point Celtic lead.
And once he started feeling it, Irving just decided to make it his night. And he's done that in a big way.
They double-team Walker. Here's Tatum. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Tatum's got 9 points. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Some changes for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. And it's Green in for Jaylen Brown. Celtics leading by 3. Smart passes to Tice. To the middle. Here's Walker. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And now it's 27 points for Kemba Walker.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Walker against Irving. To the paint. That one doesn't drop. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Outside, Green. shot clock. 20 feet out. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Pass to Harden. Shoots the three. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And the Nets with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. Will it go? That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Irving.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Back to Smart. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Smart's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Luau. 11 points in the game. The three from Harden. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Walker dishes to Green. And here's Tice. Pass to Smart. Outside, Green. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And Boston has possession. Walker's shot is off.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
The rebound by the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists here tonight.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now here's Smart. He has 7. They kick it out to Green. Just 5 to shoot. The three-pointer no good. Nets trail by 3. Irving double team. And the pass to Luau. Harris outside. Nets passing it around. Here's the teardrop. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Smart.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And the first one drops. Brooklyn making some changes. J.K. Sampson comes in for Luau Cabarro. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Joe Harris. Boston also with the sub. Thompson's checked in. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Smart deciding where to go with it. He feeds it to Thompson. The layup missed.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Dinwiddie against Smart. Sampson kicks to Temple. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Outside, Smart. Passes it to Thompson. Dishes it to Walker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, you look at Walker, and he's a slight guy, but he powers through it all. Terrific, deceptive strength.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And what a performance he's put in at the free throw line.
Cash money at the stripe. ATM not wasting any of those chances. Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Nets trail by 4. Now here's Dinwiddie. He has 6. Six to shoot. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Dinwiddie's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now here's Smart. D right on him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Celtics?
A lot of times when they needed some easy points in this game, they've been able to get to the foul line and get them.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
First one falls for him.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
No good from Irving.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
The drive by Green. Rebounded by Temple. Nets trail by 5. Right side Irving. Poked away. Stolen by Walker. He kicks it to Smart. Dinwiddie with the steal. Outside Irving. Pass to Temple. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Dinwiddie's shot is off. And it's Williams with the ball for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan 3rd.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
1:05 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Sampson. Williams with the defensive effort.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now Irving. Following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Dinwiddie passes to Sampson. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Smart.
Yeah, nice play by Smart. Under control in transition. Something also he's improved at.
Here's Irving. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Austin leading by 7. Walker dishes to Smart. 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Thompson. Misses the layup. Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Celtics out in front. They lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Sampson in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Temple finds Jordan. Dinwiddie against Smart. And Temple now atop the key. On its way from Irving for 2. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Out to the wing. Teague with a clean look. They get the rebound, and Jordan sends it back. Dinwiddie with it. And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Back to Temple. Pass to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's Irving missing. Boston leading by 5. Tatum kicks to Teague. Back to Tatum. Over Temple. A nice shot by Tatum. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 14 rebounds. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Teague against Irving. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Irving's got 26.
I mean, the airtight handle of Irving, just leaving defenders in his dust.
Outside Williams. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Now here's Teague. He's covered closely. Rebound Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Thompson surveying the floor. Back to Smart. High arcing shot, and it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Smart. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Jakar Sampson. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Boston also with the sub. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Williams. And Teague's at the ball here for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Misses from close range. Brooklyn trailing. The pass to Luau to take the lead. He lays it in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
The first free throw is good.
You know, there's no question about it. Tatum's ceiling is really sky high. Now it's up to him to meet those huge expectations, and I think he will.
Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Temple to pass to Jordan. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Harris finds Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Luau. It's clocked. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. James Harden, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. Pocket 2. The shot by Jordan, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Dinwiddie passes to Harden. Jordan with it. Harris looking it over. Pass to Luau. Dinwiddie against T. Yep, that one goes. And that's 12 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Outside Tatum. Goes up to the stripe. A rebound by the Nets.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum. Puts it up off the inbound. No good from Jordan. The Celtics with the lead. Teague finds Smart. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there. Does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
First one at the line is good. Good on both. Nets trail by 3. Harden the pass to Jordan. Pulls up on the wing. That one, no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Tatum kicks to T. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And Luwawu gets it to go.
Hey, Spencer Dinwiddie is a really good passer at the point guard position, and he knows that's critical to developing chemistry with his teammates.
Here's Teague. Gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
And I tell you what, if he's going to be a factor here down the stretch, he is going to have to make some shots. Just 1 of 5 here in the quarter.
Well, you look at Jeff Teague, and his game does not have a lot of flash, but his handles, those are rush hour caliber. This guy has that ball on the string, folks.
Teague, Clark doesn't do anything flashy, but the stats do add up.
Yeah, he's very steady and quiet, understated. But you watch him out there, and he's a competitor now. Before last year, Teague had made the playoffs 9 straight years in a row, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Dinwiddie passes to Harden. Right side, Jordan. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. Walker's checked in for Teague. Boston leading by 4.
Who's got Walker?
Pass to Tice. Kicks to Tatum. Pulls up. Boston again missing. The Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Teardrop shot and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie has good size at the point guard position, and he uses it well to draw fouls.
Free throw drops for Dinwiddie.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the 2nd half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the 2nd, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Down the first one. Kemba Walker hits them both. Nets trail by 4. Now, Dinwiddie. Pass to Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harden, that's good.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
Shot's good by Walker.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kemba Walker.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Harden scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. His three-pointers off the mark. Celtics leading by 4. Outside Tatum. Down low. And Tice gets it to go.
And Tatum knows how to find his guys in their spots now. A solid passer at his position.
Now the pass to Harden. To the middle. Here's Luwawu. Harris trying to get free. No good from Luwawu. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Smart. And Jordan sends it back. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Irving's checked in for the Nets. Irving against Walker. Passes it to Tatum. 5 on the clock. Back to Walker. This one for 3. A rebound by the Nets.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Here's Luwawu. Guarded by Walker. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Smart passes to Walker. Good, and Smart gets the assist. That's 36 points for Walker.
Yeah, he's got the kind of confidence where he feels like nobody can stop him. That's why Walker is so aggressive on offense, especially when he's rolling like this.
Pass to Harris. Pass to Harden. Takes a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got 19 points.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Brown against Harris. There's the lob to Brown.
Hey, and with Brown, guys, it doesn't matter what point in the game it is. I mean, he's ready to shoot whenever he has the ball in a good spot.
Nets trail by 5. Harden with it. Now guarded by Smart. To the paint. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And Kevin, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Here's Tatum. That shot off. Jordan with some nice D. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Smart.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
It's the first, and that brings them within 2 here. And he makes both free throws. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. .133 left here in the fourth quarter. Shot's good by Walker.
That's why Walker is out here. I mean, he's got the ability to capitalize in big spots of the game.
Working with it. Now guarded by Smart. Harden outside. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Harden's got 10 points in just the second half. So it's the Celtics now. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Walker. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That would pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
To take the lead, the bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden right now.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Harden, no good on the free throw.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line.
Here's Tatum. Rebounded by the Nets.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 4. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 4. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harden. Now here's Smart. He's tightly guarded. Here's Walker with the three. The rebound by Luwawu.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to rein it in down the stretch here.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Tice kicks to Brown. Can they get it? He can't get it to go. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, what do you think this team's identity is this season?
You know, we just have so many guys that can score. It's going to be somebody's night every night, like I keep saying. But we're also, our half-court offense is getting a lot better.
Ball is moving around, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more